Hey YouTube, welcome to RV Daydream. Let's talk about something that we have been talking about, I don't know, for years now it seems like, since the very first one that we have, and this is the latest and greatest, and that is what they're referring to now as solar generators. I don't really believe in that term, that it actually generates anything, but I guess technically it does. So let's go through the intro and then jump into the review.
Have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
I've done numerous portable power stations, and I've done reviews on quite a few of them. The only ones that I haven't done reviews on are ones that are a little bit on the weak side, a little bit smaller, and ones that don't have any kind of a solar input. The other thing is they're becoming so much more sophisticated than some of the first ones that we did reviews on. It's amazing how much better they've got just over the last 3 years. So let's open this one up and show you the new BougeRV solar generator. Let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing here. Some people like to see this. Keep power station out of direct sunlight. Always a good idea with electrical. There's a user manual. This has up to 200 watt input for fast charging. 200 watt. Now that one solar panel I have that back there is only 100 watt. But the reason it can do that is it has a built-in MPPT charger that's inside the unit that allows for that wattage to go in at that faster rate, and it's controlled by the MPPT charger. You know, lithium-ion batteries, they like to be charged really fast, but then they like to be brought down and maintained a certain way. So that's already built in there. The other thing, up to 3,000 recharges on the battery that's in here. You have 15 watt wireless charging. I'm going to show you that. That's really cool. Of course, it's quiet. It does have some cooling fans that are built into it, but it's really quiet. It's only 48 decibels. And again, we already talked about 700 watts of output. So the first thing you're going to notice is the dense foam packaging. Got the magic box here of all the cables and ports and everything that you need to connect it. A big brick of a charger. That's kind of cool. Very thick cable. This is for your solar. So we could hook directly into our solar panel with the quick connects that are set up specifically for solar. And of course your power port or cigarette lighter adapter, you can charge that way. This is just a USB-C to USB-C, and then of course the cord that plugs into here for household. Now all these really you can plug directly into the charger itself, but this one here will go through the power supply. The item's bagged. And it's got a little bit of weight to it. Alright, so some of you are going to want to know right off the bat. About 22 pounds. 12.5 by 8.5 by just over 8.5 as far as the dimensions. Some of the charging on this, like the AC output, you can get a spike, because a lot of people want to know that. You can spike this thing up to 1200 watts just for a brief time. Like if a compressor kicks on or something, it'll run that just for a brief second, and then it's going to go down to that 700 watt consistent or constant. As far as the outside temperature, we're not going to be in Yuma using this outside. The 113 degrees is about max for this. And again, keep it out of the sun. I don't think it's a good idea to do any more than that. Now you can see all the power ports here and what's available. And I really like, oh, that's kind of nice. Flashing light. You can see we're only at 40% there. The form function's kind of nice. Smooth to the touch. Again, 22 pounds. You can see it's got mentioned sine wave for these. This is just it's not grounded because that's not the way this operates. It's got a lock point for the power plug to turn in there and lock. It's kind of a marine thing. And there's something that I like, and that is just throwing the phone up on top and it's charging. You don't have to carry around some kind of a power cord, even though they give you one. Even they give you a USB-C to USB-C. This has a 15-watt charger right on top, and you just set whatever it is on there. Again, these things are coming such a long way from what they used to. You guys know we've done review in the past, or we talked about in the past. We have electric bikes. We have rad power bikes. I have a rad Rover, and Heidi has a rad City. And one of the things that we could do, if we really wanted to, is put this on the back rack of the bike, and as we commute and wear out the battery, when we get to our final destination, wherever we may stop, if our battery's really low, and we did run into this situation, we ran out of power on the way back because we didn't have our chargers with us, and we didn't have a place to plug in anyways. However, if we had this on the back of the bike, we actually could. So as long as whatever you're trying to run off of this is less than 700 watts, 100 to 120 volts, basically at 120 volts at 700 watts, you're only talking about 5.8 amps. That's not a lot of amps. It's a lot of watts, but not a lot of amps. So you can't run anything really heavy like a heater, a furnace, or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and plug that in, and just to show you what it looks like, we'll charge my phone at the same time. We'll turn that on, and let's go ahead and plug that in, and you can see the charger's coming on and it's started charging. As long as what you're trying to power and charge isn't above the input, you can actually put like a 200 watt solar panel and connect to this. And let's say you're only using 100 watts on something, you're effectively taking solar power and converting it over through the inverter and powering your devices, whatever that may be. And you're also charging the battery too. If you find yourself using a lot of battery packs to power your cell phones or recharge your cell phones, or if you have a CPAP machine and you're trying to just get through the night, this is the way to go. The form function's getting better, the products are getting better, and I'm glad that it's evolving and it's moving in this direction, because there's a lot of times that we run into where we need battery power and we're hooking up the old-fashioned way to a power port, in the truck. My truck, even though it has a lot of power, ports inside of it and an inverter, the truck's got to be on or running for those things to work. That's just the way they are set up inside there. I don't have a port that's hot all the time. So this fills that void. Like if we're going to be getting out of the vehicle for the night, like I mentioned, and we set up a security camera, I can plug into this and know that the truck's power is not going to affect it whatsoever, nor is it going to run even though it has two batteries, it's not going to run the batteries down on the truck whatsoever. This will do it for you. So again, there's a link in the description. I want you to check out that link. It's going to take you right to the product. At that point, you have your choice. This is at the Amazon store. You can either do this itself, or they give you a choice of also buying a 100 watt solar panel that's coming in a combo. And the code RV Daydream, use that code RV Daydream 10, RV Daydream 10, and you'll get 10% off your order, in addition to whatever else they may be running at the time on a sale. So hope this helped out, and take a look at BougeRV for your outdoor power needs.